Alright guys, BigPoppaTMo here. Hey, we're back on No Man's Land, FS22, little struggle-ish map. This is episode 9, and we are going to continue loading up some wood. We are trying to make enough money to buy another chunk of land, ironically to cut down more wood. Go figure. We have leased a Rotney feller buncher to do the work for us for cutting it down. It's definitely a lot easier when these are all the same length. 6 meters is perfect for these little trailers, and you can fit an awful lot of wood on these things. Comes out to about $10,000 per trailer worth of timber. And that's not like, super stacking them full. Pretty decent full, but you don't have to make sure every little stick of wood is on there for that. And we're sitting at $57,948 right now, and our goal is to get to 85 to buy another chunk of land. And then after that, we need, want to say like $15,000 for the windrower. We'll have to take a look at that. We want a windrower. And then we also need some money for our bale trailer so that we can get these silage bales picked up and put off to the side someplace so that they can ferment nicely. One of the big changes with FS22 over 19 was silage bales are no longer automatic. You can sell them as grass bales immediately, which is convenient, but it does take 2 cycles to ferment now. So if you have your months set to a single day, 2 days. If you have it set longer, then it's 2 months. It can take quite a while, but 2 full cycles. They definitely slowed a lot of things down with FS22. I did notice that in the mod hub, they had added a Grow Now mod, which all you have to do is click a button and your growth stages progress. So obviously a lot of people are not happy with that particular change. I'm not displeased with it. It just takes a lot of getting used to. FS19 really got down to a point of lather, rinse, repeat with a lot of the farming where you would just plant one day and then fast forward time until the next day and harvest. And it was going pretty quick, but it was rather repetitive. I do like the fact that they have added more steps to the entire process so that it's a little bit more intense than that, especially since, you have multiple days. Some of the crops take 7 cycles to come in, and if you have seasons on, they don't even start to grow until a particular time of year. So they definitely slowed the pace of the game down. I know it's not the most popular thing, and a lot of people were upset about it, but I'm not. I'm just rolling with the punches and trying to figure out how to do things the new way. As a content creator, it does present a couple challenges because people seem to like watching the whole progress of everything, where they could watch you seed everything in one session and then speed up time and then start the harvest. And a lot of people really enjoy watching harvesting. But now there's a lot more steps involved with the cultivating, the plowing, the stone removal. The fieldstone option is actually one of my favorites. I really do enjoy fieldstones. It is an interesting thing. I'm kind of curious as to see how that is going to come into play. I don't know necessarily that if you don't pick up the fieldstones, if it makes your fields harder to seed or harvest. I'm pretty sure that it does reduce your yield. Now, there's a lot of things in this game that either reduces your yield or increases your yield by small amounts. It's not that you get like a 50% bonus for every time you do something. Some of these things have like a 1.5% bonus to the yield for doing it. 1.5 to 3% for, say, rolling your seeds, coming in with the big seed rollers afterwards. That's not a huge increase. So much so that I would say a lot of people won't even notice, much less appreciate something so simple as that. But real life, that's the type of numbers you get sometimes. All right, 6-meter sections are still good. Let's go ahead and cut some of these up. Like I said, I'm going to focus on some of the larger trees for this particular batch because I do want to get, during this episode, I do want to get another piece of land. So I don't want to spend, you know, the whole time just cutting down every little chunk of tree. I'd rather just cut down the big ones so that we know we're going to get the higher value pieces. Like that chunker right there, that's worth some money. Now, one thing I also have to pay attention to is every day that I have this Rodney, I need to do at least one trailer full of timber just to pay for the lease. Every day this thing is expensive. And at $10,000 per load, or per trailer, that's what it cost me for this thing. Luckily, it does make the work nice and quick and easy, so really not a big deal. And I'm running the map pretty much just straight time. I have not fast forwarded anything yet. I haven't done a bunch of stuff off camera. Everything's been recorded, and I'm going to continue to do this series that way. The only thing that we will do is I'm not going to make you guys sit through nighttime. When we are ready to progress, I will progress right to the next day, but I'll make sure that it's done on camera as well so that you guys can see that it's just one day progression. I have no intention of running this thing, you know, like 3 months in advance to get things to go. I'm going to try and make it so that I have to continually keep myself busy throughout this whole thing. Just a constant flurry of activities. Boop. Oh my goodness. Apparently that pile did not want to be right there. Oh my goodness. I guess we're going to put this one over here too. This just is not cooperating very well. A lot of it comes down to the fact that I'm still not super familiar with the Rodney. I do handle the Scorpion King much better than this. Not a bad machine. Just doesn't seem like the head control is quite the same as on the Scorpion King. That was a big tree. That was definitely a stage 5. Just doesn't seem like it picks up higher. Maybe I just need to do that. Still getting used to the arm extensions. Alright, I think it's going to be more than enough for that load. Alrighty. Turn on our strong farmer. One of these days I'm going to have to learn how to handle the loading cranes for timber. Just seems to be ever so slightly beyond my capability these days. Alright, that is definitely loaded. Because they've got some neat looking equipment for loading. Like they just came out with the Man TGS Forestry Edition, which is a semi-trailer, the Man semi-trailer, and it has the timber hook behind the cab. They had some pretty cool clam bunks before. I know they're slowly but surely adding new things to FS22 mods. But it seems like forestry's been one of the top mod sections right off the bat. People do like their forestry. It can be very, very rewarding for sure. Highly profitable, even early game. Now granted, those feller bunchers are not cheap, but if you lease one early on, you can pretty much make the money to pay for it pretty quick. think I can get this on this trailer. Alright, any more over here? That looks like it for that pile. Make sure to turn off the strong farmer so we don't try and shove our trailer out of the way. Oh, that one needs to be moved. It's crooked. Two of them. Ooh. Well, we'll fix those. That's better on that one. Just shoving this poor little trailer around. And that fell off, so apparently that's too much for that one. Let's see if we can fit that. Nope, just going to be ever so slightly too much. Ever so slightly too much for that one, too. Onto the rear trailer you go. It does seem like you can grab from much further away in 22 than you could in 19. I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, I think we can get a couple more of these little ones up in the middle. I do like how the ratchet straps really seem to bind the load down. That's actually kind of nice. Does not like pulling that up the hill. This poor little guy. This tractor's ready to be retired. Can I just go to sleep now? He does fine on the flats, does fine downhill. Not a big fan of dragging these huge loads up the hill though. Should be enough to buy another piece of land though, so we're gonna have to figure out what we want to do. I'm leaning towards buying section 22. Which is pretty much almost all forest. Would definitely keep us in the money for a little while. I could be a lot less picky about the trees that we cut down to sell. Wouldn't have to grab them all. I could just go for the big ones. Go for the big fast money. Alright, 57,948. Coming in. Do these two at a time. 77, that was $20,000. Oh, take it. Ah, just shy of 100. Just shy of 100. So close. Alright, while we're up here at the shop, what I actually want to do is I want to drop that off. We're going to repair this little guy and we're going to fuel him up. I don't have the heart to sell him. 6 grand for repairs. Ouch. Not going to fix the paint job though. I just got an achievement for that too. The it just fell off achievement. Alright, let's go ahead and fuel him up. Oh, he fuels up pretty quick. Some of these vehicles take forever to fill up. Saving content, game is paused. This is the one I'm thinking about buying right there. It is kind of out of the way, but really, really good timber. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Go ahead and buy that one. Keep looking at this building over here. I want to go take a quick peek. I think this is the other forgotten farm. Yep. Oh, this has an orchard on it. Those are grapes. And a derelict building. A very derelict shed. Alright, so 33 has the old forgotten vineyard. I think we'll focus on getting that one next. And then 22 is the next section we own. A lot of timber over here. Alright, let's take this back to the main farm. Alright, so next acquisition will be 33. But before we do that, we need to get this backfield squared away. And to do that, I need to sell off some more stuff. We're down to $8,000. And that just will not do. We need to get the windrower next. Because running over each one of these lines individually is kind of frustrating. So I think what we'll do here is we'll see how much timber we have. Just sitting on the ground right here. It looks like we're going to have a trailer, maybe a trailer and a couple sticks. It's not going to be worth it to just run that back all by itself. So we're going to have to cut down some more timber, get this finished up. And maybe what we'll do is we'll cut down just enough to fill all this up, and then we can shift all of our timber operations to 22. So let me go ahead and jump on in here. Grab a couple big trees. Yeah, extending that arm out like that definitely helps. Still swings all over the place, but At least it gets it up off the ground. I think we're going to grab one more tree. Grab this beast right here. Whoop, too far down. That's a big boy. That's got some weight to it. That's moving me around quite a bit. Boop. Alrighty. Let's grab this piece real quick. Whoop, hello. There we go. We have made a big old log jam over here. For sure. Boop. As long as you take your time with this, it's a fairly effective method of loading. But if you try and get in a hurry, you can give yourself a mess in a real quick second for sure. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode, though, guys. Thanks again for all the love and support. You guys have been absolutely amazing. If you like what you saw, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost you a thing. It means the world to me. Hit that notification if you want to get notified every time I post new content or go live. Till next time, guys, go play your own damn fields.